Right now in studio, we are joined by a very, very special guest. And D-Mac, you have the book in front of you right now, and it is entitled Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth. And we're joined by the writer of that book, Dominic Riggio. There we go. Sorry, Dominic.
That's
on that
right.
one, my Italian,
no, don't
my
be.
Italian
Actually,
failed
dude, I
there.
called him Riggio for years.
Riggio here in the house. Dominic, no, appreciate your time, my friend.
Yeah.
Fascinated by this. And look, we do know the story, and this is obviously the book, Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth. But Dominic, my first question for you, because this is a book, and it's big, and it's all in kind of cartoon form as a book, and there are a lot of pages, there are a lot of drawings. The first thing that jumps out at my head, how long does it take to draw all these things, man?
A very long time, about twice as long as I wanted it to take, but plus we had to deal with COVID. It was 3 to 4 years from start to finish. The artwork is what takes the longest time after I get the script done. But yeah, that was we had 3 or 4 artists working on that thing, and it still took 4 years.
You know the best part of the which I love, where if you mccartycomic.com is where, you know, this is Dom's vision. Obviously I have the story and stuff like that, and I always said to Dom that you know, I love the Watchmen, I want a graphic novel or whatever, and I wrote the book My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star back in 2012. It was putting those and some other stories and stuff like this in there, but the cool thing, Neil, is to be able to put, you know, all the people that I've encompassed in the cover, whether it's my grandfather who's passed away since I was 21, or, you know, my wife or my buddy Zach Wild, tell different stories to that. I love the back cover, but the fact that the cover was done by Billy Tucci, right, who's a big Marvel illustrator and stuff, and he's a huge Islanders fan. So the fact that, you know, it was really cool to collaborate and to have all these guys, you know, contribute in to this graphic novel, which is an extension and more stories of the book. So I can't thank Dom enough.
Yeah, well, it's fitting because the team he roots for, they have a cartoon arena. So it all comes full circle with that.
You know it. But they got horses there too.
Yeah, it's in the parking lot of a horse racing track. Again, that is factual. Yeah, but Dominic, you know, just because it's such a massive undertaking, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about a 3 to 4 year project, and again, go to mccartycomic.com, woodwardsports.com chat thread. Neil, graphic novel is the word you're looking for. That comes from Biggins. Well, thank you. You're a little more versed in literature than I am. What was the why, though? I mean, obviously we know the story to some degree, but what was the why for you?
The biggest one for me was I didn't think anybody had done a project like this in comics before. And Darren has such a unique story. He's the only person that I know that can tell you what it's like to be on stage and get laughs from the audience as a comedian, be the lead singer in a band and feel that energy from the crowd, and be a professional hockey player. Where else in human history has that happened?
Wrestler.
Yeah.
And a wrestler. I'm just scratching the surface.
He is one of the more unique humans in the world.
Yeah,
yes.
it's and the story is so perfect for a graphic novel. You know, he's fallen down and got back up many times. It's inspiring, and I knew I had inside information. I had a little bit of a cheat sheet. When I met Darren, I knew he was already a nerd. He was.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Spenny, this is for you, bro. Dominic, explain and be like, tell him where we were at.
Okay.
And give him the Spenny. You will appreciate this, and you'll appreciate this man more. But this goes back to what year, Dom?
99.
1999.
Yeah. So I am with my college buddies at a strip club on 8 Mile somewhere, and we're drinking and we're talking about Final Fantasy VII, which is a video game from back in the day. Excellent game, and you have to breed chocobos. All right, so we're talking, and my roommate's making fun of us. We have naked ladies and beer, and we're talking about nerdy video games. And this dude walks by and stops, sits at our table, you know, turns the chair around. And he goes, "Are you guys talking about breeding chocobos?" And we look at each other like, "Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, we are." And he keeps talking. And my buddy's like, "I think that's Darren McCarty." I go, "Are you Darren McCarty?" He goes, "Oh yeah, Darren. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you." He goes, "Let's get back to the fucking chocobos."
How hard was it, Spenny? I wanted to breed that zebra. Yeah. I could do everything in the game. You know it. Anyways, So
This guy, man.
So when I came to him with this idea, I already knew he was a nerd. I had a feeling he was going to
Yeah.
say yes to this really cool opportunity.
We got a question for you here, the
Yeah.
woodwardsports.com chat thread. The Ski Mask Boy. So obviously you're versed in the comic world.
Yeah.
So Ski Mask Boy wants to know, what are some of your most prized possessions in regard to comics that you have?
Oh my God. I do have an exclusive Motor City Comic Con signed cover from Stan Lee. I think it was from
Oh, that's big time,
2015. I'm not much of a collector, but I've been on the road at Comic Cons for the past 11 years, and I'd say that's my number one.
That's your number one?
Stan Lee. I mean, come on, he's a goat.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
my question, Dom, is like putting this the process together. What don't people understand? Because like you said, this is sort of like we started this or had the conversation before COVID, and obviously there's putting it all together. But how hard is it, from your point, to stick to the resilience, but getting all these great, like how many different, artists and like it's a collaborative
Right.
event. So take people behind, because this is your passion project. You
Right.
put the one thing that I love, right, is a lot of people come to me with different things about what it could be. Here's the pipe. Help me get to the pipe. You came to me going, hey, you have this idea to do it, and I just need your help with a few stories and stuff, and then you're on your way. So
Right.
this is your passion project, mccartycomic.com, which at Christmas time right now, we're offering some great collaborative merch and some, indistinct things, artist renderings from original copies and stuff like this. But putting this project together,
Yeah.
what's the hardest part?
Oh God. I think it's taking the vision from my brain and putting it on the paper. And I have 4 artists that were working on this book. And once I had the script done, I wanted to offer people that have already read Darren's book, that already know the story, a reason to buy it. New stories, things that people don't know about. I wanted someone to feel like they're a fly on the wall for the script. Once we got the script done, now, each page was like, we were doing 2 or 3 pages a week just for the pencils. That's the first, basically the
Wow.
first draft of artwork. Then it comes to the inks with stuff like this. This is the original page. This is when D-Mac got a hat trick against Patrick Waugh in the playoffs.
What does Stevie say?
Stevie said it must be a sign of the apocalypse if D-Mac has a hat trick against Patrick Waugh. So then these are the inks. Then after this, we go to the colors. After the colors, now we're putting the lettering on. Now after the lettering's on, then we have to go into the editing. And each step takes a very long time to finish. And you have to have a lot of patience, which I started with not having. You can ask any ex-girlfriend of mine. But it was a very difficult process, but I had a vision and I had a goal, and thank God we're here 4 years later. So it seemed like a lifetime. But like Darren said, on mccartycomic.com we have really cool stuff. This is the iconic page. So right here, this is original artwork. This was the artist John Marroquin doing the page. So you have a one of one. You have an opportunity to buy this at mccartycomic.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, mccartycomic.com, access to everything. Dom Riggio here, our guest, the writer of the book, Darren McCarty, Life is a Grind, Enjoy My Truth, an animated novel. And it is. It's exciting. I'm excited to read it. I'm sure my son. And look, I will say this too.
And remember, guys, it's as it says at the bottom. It's a graphic novel. It's got mature elements in it too. So which was with the book, I didn't hold back in the stories, but with the graphic novel, it gets. There's some real truth. There's some grease in there, as we call it. We call it greasy. We're getting greasy, but it's the
He
truth.
goes to public school. He'll be all right.
He'll be fine. But what I'm saying is that so it's for all of us. It's the way that I know it. Like I call it, life's a grind. Enjoying my truth.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dom, we appreciate you stopping by the studio. And again, mccartycomic.com, and people have the ability, right, to obtain the original renderings. So
absolutely,
there you see it on the screen right now. Appreciate you coming by. Great work, man. I can't wait to read it.
I'll grab that whiskey on the way out. Thank you.
No, you will not.
Hey, notice, keep working harder. You didn't get one. The hardest working guys around me got them. So maybe next year, Dom.
Maybe next year.
But keep going.
Dom, appreciate it, though, my friend.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
stopping
You
by.
guys are